You want a cognac?
No, thank you very much, sir. I want to keep my head clear. This is complicated. See whether or not you could help me with this. Janice Caldwell died between 10:30 and 11. Sometime after her husband spoke to her at 10:30, and sometime before you saw the burglar run out at 11 o'clock. Right?
That's correct.
That's why I can't start the report.
Why?
I get stuck in the beginning, time of death.
What are you talking about, Columbo?
Janice Caldwell had a boyfriend. She was supposed to meet him at 9:30. That's an hour before she was supposed to have died. She never showed up.
So she stood him up, so what?
Yeah, but the guy called her around 9:32, and there was no answer on the telephone. Now, I have to ask myself the question, why couldn't she answer the phone? You know what I wrote down? Maybe she was dead already. You follow my thinking?
Or maybe she just didn't want to talk to the man. Did that ever occur to you?
But she answered the phone later when her husband called. You see the contradiction? If she didn't want to speak to her boyfriend at 9:30, why did she pick up the phone at 10:30? But did she pick up the phone at 10:30? Because her fingerprints were not on the telephone. You see how confusing it gets? That's why I keep going back to this. Maybe she was dead already. Because if she's dead already, that explains everything. That explains why she doesn't pick up her boyfriend. That explains why she doesn't answer the phone. And it explains why her fingerprints aren't on the phone. Because if she was dead, her husband never spoke to her. It was a fake call.
Now, I specifically asked you this afternoon if you thought Caldwell had killed his wife. And you said no, for what I thought was a very good reason. Because he knew about the folded nightgown under the pillow.
I did say that, sir, but in the light of these new developments, it occurred to me. Maybe he had an accomplice. Listen, why couldn't he go out and hire somebody to run out of the house at 11 o'clock, pretend to be a burglar, provide him with an alibi?
I see. I get it. Now, the next thing, I suppose, that you're going to ask me to believe is this phantom accomplice, who never killed anybody in the first place, of course, comes back the next night to kill my wife. Is that right? Is that the next step? You know, Columbo, I really do admire your enthusiasm. The force could use 100 like you. But this theory is a crock.
You think so, sir?
Now, we are looking for a murderer who was a burglar who panicked and killed 2 women. Now, that's the theory we're going to go on. Is that clear? That's an order.
Yes, sir.
All right. But tomorrow morning, I want you to report to Lieutenant Duffy in the robbery division. I want you to concentrate on his leads. A little legwork, and we'll have this man in a week. I promise you.
The burglar. Sir, in that connection, I spoke to a Mr. Wexler today. Well, you're tired. Not important. Good night, sir.
Good night.
Come in, 194. 194.
This is 194.
Lieutenant, we have a message for you from the medical examiner's office.
Can you pass me through?
Stand by. Go ahead.
Doc, you wanted to talk to me?
Columbo, I got some bad news for you. I checked Mrs. Halperin's lungs for traces of chlorine.
Uh-huh.
Just as I thought, no trace at all.
Yeah?
But I did find something that might interest you. Trihydric alcohol glycerol and palmitic acid.
Say that again, Doc.
Soap, Lieutenant. Soap.
Just one more thing.